Welcome, Stoic. You are entering the only channel that will open your eyes in all aspects of life. Today, I will teach you psychological tactics to seduce and dominate the woman you desire. But first, I need to clarify one thing. You are in a channel exclusively for winners, where we despise bad attitudes and those who admit to being losers. Here, I will teach you the keys to success that will fill you with wisdom and knowledge. So, for that reason, I invite you to subscribe and activate notifications to start this great evolutionary change. With that said, let's begin, my friend. If you're struggling to meet women or establish relationships, then this video is for you. Stoicism, a philosophy that has endured through time, offers more than just lessons on perseverance. It teaches us about the potency of self-restraint, the fortitude and susceptibility, and the allure of living genuinely. But how can these principles, crafted over 2 millennia ago, transform the way you build connections today? How can they enhance your allure not only externally but in the depths where it truly matters? Plunge into the depths with us as we uncover the psychological mysteries of the Stoics, unlocking the art of attraction through sagacity, valor, integrity, and moderation. This isn't solely about discovering love, it's about enriching your life through the profound bonds you form. Stay tuned as we embark on this voyage, revealing how to foster authentic, enduring relationships in a world yearning for genuine comprehension. Understanding Stoicism is our initial stride in this journey. Enter the Stoic voyage as we delve into the essence of Stoicism and its enduring wisdom. Originating in the bustling markets of ancient Athens, Stoicism is a philosophy that enlightens us about the authority of recognizing what is within our grasp and what transcends it. At its essence, Stoicism isn't merely about enduring adversity but embracing the liberation that arises from acknowledging the capriciousness of existence. Imagine preparing for a first rendezvous. You've selected the perfect attire, chosen an intimate eatery, and rehearsed conversational topics. Yet, as fate would have it, an unforeseen rainstorm transforms the streets into chaos, leaving you nervously checking for updates. As you watch your meticulous plan slipping away, it's in this instant that Stoicism extends its initial instruction, discerning the disparity between what you can manage, your readiness, your disposition, and what you cannot, the climate, the congestion. Instead of yielding to irritation, you embrace the circumstance, dial your date to elucidate, and discover amusement in the mutual encounter of unpredictability. This acquiescence and flexibility epitomize Stoicism, converting potential tension into an occasion for connection. Now, let's scrutinize Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic thinker who encountered trials far more formidable than traffic snarls. Despite his colossal authority, he confronted political machinations, conflicts, and the Antonine Plague, which decimated millions of lives. Nevertheless, he epitomized composure and tenacity, concentrating on his obligations and the well-being of his populace. His compositions, particularly in the Meditations, unveil a man who perceived adversity not as a hindrance but as an occasion to exercise virtue and sustain inner tranquility. Transposing this into the contemporary relational context, contemplate how frequently misunderstandings or discord can incite confrontation. Stoicism instructs us to confront these scenarios with a mentality centered on what we can govern, our responses, our expressions, our deeds. Rather than hastily reacting to a partner's critique, we can elect to attentively listen, comprehend their standpoint, and reply sagaciously. This strategy not only dissipates potential discord but enriches our bonds through empathy and comprehension. As we traverse our examination of Stoicism, remember that its doctrines are not merely theoretical concepts but pragmatic instruments for navigating life and relationships. They instruct us to treasure what we possess, to remain resolute in the face of life's unpredictability, and to invariably act with probity and benevolence. In our ensuing segments, we'll unveil how the Stoic virtues of sagacity, valor, integrity, and moderation can shepherd us in forging not merely any relationships but significant ones. Self-mastery and attraction. Self-mastery and attraction. In this next segment, we dive into the realm of self-mastery and its magnetic pull in the art of forming deep, authentic connections. Self-mastery, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, is the pursuit of inner discipline and emotional regulation. It's about steering your ship through the stormy seas of life with a calm and composed demeanor, an attribute that naturally attracts others. Consider the concept of emotional resilience. It's a Friday evening and you've planned a special dinner to introduce your partner to your parents. You've been looking forward to this for weeks, but just as dessert is served, a misunderstanding leads to a heated argument, leaving everyone uncomfortable. In this moment of tension, Stoicism offers a guiding light. Instead of reacting with frustration or anger, you pause, take a deep breath, and calmly address the misunderstanding. This act of emotional resilience not only diffuses the situation but also demonstrates to your partner and parents your ability to handle conflict with grace. Your calmness becomes a beacon of stability and reliability, qualities that are deeply attractive in any relationship. Self-mastery is also about knowing oneself. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." In the context of relationships, this means understanding your values, your reactions, and your emotions. Imagine you're on a date and the conversation veers into topics you're passionate about, perhaps environmental conservation or historical literature. Your eyes light up, your speech becomes more animated, and your genuine enthusiasm shines through. This authenticity, a direct result of self-knowledge and mastery, is incredibly attractive. It shows you're not just presenting a facade but are sharing the true essence of who you are. But self-mastery doesn't stop at managing emotions or knowing oneself. It extends into the realm of actions and decisions. Marcus Aurelius practiced this through his daily reflections, constantly questioning his actions and motives to ensure they aligned with Stoic virtues. In modern terms, think about the decisions you make in your relationships. Are you choosing to spend quality time with your partner, actively listening and engaging with them, or are you allowing distractions to erode your connection? Each decision is a reflection of your priorities and a practice in self-mastery. As we weave the threads of Stoicism into the fabric of our relationships, remember that self-mastery is not an end goal but a journey. It's a continuous process of growth, reflection, and refinement. By embracing the Stoic path of emotional resilience, self-knowledge, and deliberate action, we not only become more attractive individuals but also forge deeper, more meaningful connections. In the next section, we'll explore the power of authenticity and vulnerability in building these connections, guided by the timeless wisdom of the Stoics. Authenticity and vulnerability are key components in forging genuine connections. Self-mastery and attraction. In this exploration, we journey into the heart of authenticity and connection. Guided by the Stoic principle of living in accordance with nature, this tenet, far from advocating a retreat to the wilderness, encourages us to embrace our true selves, fostering relationships that are grounded in genuine interaction and mutual respect. The Stoics believe that each individual possesses a spark of the divine, a rational principle that connects us to the universe and to each other. Living in accordance with our nature means acknowledging this connection and being true to our inner selves. In the realm of relationships, this authenticity is magnetic. It invites a level of trust and openness that superficial interactions simply cannot match. Consider the scenario of meeting someone new, perhaps a potential romantic interest. The temptation might be to mold yourself into who you think they want you to be, suppressing your quirks or interests that you fear might be off-putting. Yet Stoicism invites a different approach, to be unabashedly yourself. Imagine sharing your fascination with astronomy, your love for painting, or your passion for cooking without reservation. This vulnerability might seem daunting, but it opens the door to a connection that's rooted in authenticity. When you reveal your true self, you give permission for the other person to do the same, setting the stage for a relationship built on genuine understanding and acceptance. Authenticity also means being honest about your feelings and intentions. The Stoic philosopher Seneca emphasized the importance of straightforwardness in communication, advising against deception or pretense. In modern dating, this could mean being clear about your intentions, whether you're looking for a serious relationship or something more casual. This honesty not only respects the other person's autonomy but also aligns with the Stoic virtue of justice, ensuring that your actions contribute to the well-being of others. But living authentically also requires courage, another Stoic virtue. It takes courage to be oneself in a world that often pressures us to conform. The Stoics, however, saw this challenge not as a burden but as an opportunity to practice virtue. By choosing authenticity, you not only attract people who appreciate the real you but also set a foundation for relationships that are more fulfilling and enduring. As we reflect on the Stoic path to meaningful connections, remember that authenticity is not just about being true to oneself but also about creating a space where others feel free to do the same. In our next section, we'll delve into the role of courage not just in facing external challenges but in the vulnerability and openness required to forge deep, meaningful relationships. The role of courage. As we continue our journey through Stoic philosophy and its application to modern relationships, we now turn our focus to the pivotal role of courage. In Stoicism, courage is not merely the bravery seen in battles or grand gestures, but it is also the inner strength required to be vulnerable, to express our true thoughts and feelings, and to confront the challenges of interpersonal connection with integrity and resilience. Courage in the Stoic sense involves facing the uncertainties and risks inherent in forming deep connections. It's about the willingness to open up, to share our fears, hopes, and dreams, even at the risk of rejection or misunderstanding. This vulnerability is the foundation upon which authentic relationships are built. It allows us to move beyond superficial interactions and connect with others on a profound emotional level. Imagine you're in a relationship that has been coasting along the surface, comfortable yet lacking depth. The thought of expressing deeper feelings or addressing unresolved issues is daunting, fraught with the potential for conflict or worse, loss. Here, the Stoic concept of courage comes to the fore. It encourages you to embrace the vulnerability of expressing your true feelings, to discuss the future, or to reveal aspects of yourself that you've kept hidden. This step, though risky, is a powerful act of courage that can transform the relationship, deepening the connection and fostering mutual understanding and respect. The Stoics also understood that courage is not just about facing fears in relationships, but also about adhering to personal principles and integrity within these connections. It means having the courage to set boundaries, to say no, and to stand up for yourself and your partner in challenging situations. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, despite being the most powerful man in the Roman Empire, consistently strove to act with virtue, justice, and humility. Guided by Stoic principles in your relationships, this might mean standing by your partner in difficult times, defending your shared values, or having the courage to admit when you're wrong and seek forgiveness. Moreover, courage in Stoicism is closely tied to the concept of amor fati, or love of fate. This means embracing whatever life throws your way, including the challenges of relationships, as opportunities for growth and learning. It's the courage to remain committed, to work through difficulties, and to see every obstacle as a chance to strengthen the bond between you and your partner. As we embrace the Stoic virtue of courage in our relationships, we learn that true bravery is not the absence of fear but the willingness to face it. It's about opening our hearts, speaking our truths, and standing firm in our values even when it's difficult. In the next section, we'll explore how the Stoic principle of justice informs our interactions and relationships, guiding us to treat others with fairness, empathy, and respect, thereby enriching our connections and nurturing lasting bonds. Justice and respect in relationships. In this next chapter of our exploration into Stoic wisdom and its relevance to modern relationships, we delve into the Stoic virtue of justice. Justice for the Stoics was not merely a concept tied to law or societal norms, but an intrinsic principle guiding interpersonal interactions. It encompasses fairness, kindness, empathy, and the commitment to do right by others. In the context of relationships, this virtue becomes a guiding light for how we treat our partners, friends, and even acquaintances, ensuring our actions contribute positively to their well-being and to the harmony of our shared experiences. Justice, in a Stoic sense, encourages us to look beyond our own desires and to consider the impact of our actions on others. Imagine you're faced with a decision that benefits you but may hurt or disadvantage your partner. The Stoic approach would advocate for a solution that respects both parties' needs, seeking a compromise that upholds the principle of fairness. It's about recognizing the value of the other person's feelings and perspectives, ensuring that your actions do not intentionally cause harm or injustice. The practice of Stoic justice also extends to how we handle disagreements and conflicts within our relationships. Instead of succumbing to anger or retaliation when wronged, Stoicism teaches us to respond with understanding and forgiveness. For instance, if your partner forgets an important date or event, instead of reacting with immediate disappointment or frustration, you pause to consider their circumstances. Maybe they've been under stress at work or dealing with personal issues. This empathetic approach not only diffuses potential conflict, but also strengthens the bond by fostering a culture of mutual respect and understanding. Furthermore, Stoic justice involves actively contributing to the well-being of your partner and your relationship. It's about doing the little things that show you care, from listening attentively and offering support during challenging times to celebrating their successes as if they were your own. It's also about being honest and transparent, sharing your thoughts and feelings openly, and encouraging your partner to do the same. This creates a foundation of trust where both individuals feel valued and understood. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "Treat your inferiors as you would be treated by your superiors." In relationships, this translates to treating your partner with the same level of kindness, respect, and consideration you would expect in return. It's a reminder that justice and love are not about keeping score, but about striving for balance, harmony, and mutual growth. As we integrate the Stoic virtue of justice into our relationships, we discover that it enriches our connections, making them more meaningful and resilient. It teaches us to navigate the complexities of human interaction with grace, empathy, and a deep-seated commitment to doing what is right not just for ourselves but for those we care about. In our concluding section, we will explore how the Stoic virtue of temperance or moderation plays a crucial role in maintaining healthy, balanced relationships. The art of temperance. In the final segment of our exploration into Stoic wisdom and its application to contemporary relationships, we focus on the virtue of temperance or moderation. Temperance is the practice of self-restraint, the art of finding balance in all aspects of life, including our emotions, desires, and actions. It's about recognizing the value of moderation not only in our personal habits but also in how we engage with others, particularly in close relationships. This Stoic virtue teaches us the importance of maintaining harmony and avoiding extremes that can disrupt the equilibrium of our connections. Temperance in relationships translates to managing our passions and emotions in a way that fosters stability and respect. Consider the early stages of a romantic relationship, often marked by intense feelings and the desire to spend every possible moment together. While passion is a natural, beautiful part of human connection, Stoicism advises us to temper these impulses with reason. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions but rather integrating them thoughtfully into the relationship, ensuring that we maintain our individuality, pursue our personal growth, and respect each other's space and boundaries. It's about finding a healthy balance that nurtures the relationship without overwhelming it. Moreover, temperance guides us in conflict resolution. Disagreements are inevitable in any relationship, but how we handle these moments can either strengthen or weaken our bonds. Instead of reacting impulsively with anger or frustration, temperance encourages us to approach conflicts with calmness and deliberation. This means taking the time to listen to our partner's perspective, weighing our words carefully, and expressing our feelings without causing harm. By practicing moderation in our responses, we contribute to a respectful understanding and ultimately a more resilient relationship. Temperance also applies to the gestures of affection and acts of kindness we show our partners. In a world where grand romantic gestures often capture the spotlight, Stoicism reminds us of the value in the quiet, consistent acts of love. It's not always about lavish gifts or extravagant surprises, but the daily expressions of care and attention that truly sustain a relationship. This could be as simple as making your partner a cup of coffee in the morning, offering a listening ear after a tough day, or sharing in household responsibilities. These acts, grounded in the virtue of temperance, reinforce the depth and sincerity of our connections. As we wrap up our journey through the Stoic principles and their relevance to modern relationships, let's reflect on the overarching message that Stoicism, with its emphasis on wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, offers invaluable insights for nurturing deep, meaningful relationships. It teaches us the importance of self-awareness, mutual respect, and the pursuit of harmony, guiding us toward connections that are not only fulfilling but also enduring. Conclusion. By integrating these Stoic virtues into our lives, we not only enrich our personal relationships but also contribute to a more compassionate, understanding, and virtuous society. Let us carry forward the wisdom of the Stoics, embracing their teachings as we navigate the complexities of love, friendship, and human connection in our modern world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the psychological secrets of the Stoics for forming deep, meaningful relationships. We hope you found inspiration and guidance in these ancient teachings to enhance your connections and navigate the complexities of modern relationships with grace and wisdom. Well, Stoics, since you've reached this point in the video, I hope these psychological tactics for seducing the woman you set your sights on have been of great use to you. As I said at the beginning, this channel is only for winners, and I know you're one of them. So don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more content like this. See you in the next one.